Welcome in, everybody. I'm Liminal Shift, and today I'm bringing you the latest One Piece card game set in English, OP-10 Royal Blood. Got a brand new booster box that showed up over the weekend, and we do have a little bit of a dent here, so let's hope maybe the goods are on the left side. Hopefully nothing's damaged there, but we'll get to this in a minute. Now, this is the latest English set to be released, and it's got a lot of great cards in it. We'll cover those as soon as we get there. But first, I do want to go through a little appetizer with us, get us in the mood here. And now these are from Japan. I have 10 packs of the Let's Get Started campaign to go through with you. So I don't know. We have opened up a couple of these in the set. They were packed in with the One Piece, the best booster boxes I got from Amazon Japan last time. But that's not the only way you could get them. They basically bundle them in with any new booster box or product over a certain amount, I believe. And they have some really good cards in there. So there's 7 different cards you can get. And each one has an alternate art version that's obviously a chase and worth a lot more than the normal version. They're basically, I don't want to say full arts. They basically remove the borders from the card for the alt art. So the same art, just no borders. So you get a little bit more of the art and just looks better in general. Let me toss a few up here on the screen for you to compare with. So the top card in the set is going to be Nami. Her alt art version is worth around $260, according to TCG Republic. Then there is Black Maria at $180. That is the same art for Black Maria as you see in the English One Piece Illustration Box Volume 2. Comes with a couple promos, and one of those was the same Black Maria art, but in English, of course. We did open those up on the channel in the last video, so if you'd like to check that out, please do. We opened up Volume 1 and 2. Then next, third in line for this set is going to be Perona at $150. Nico Robin's mom, Olvia, at $101. And as far as I know, that's the first card we've seen her in, or at least the first hit or nice card we've seen her in for sure. I'm trying to think if we've seen her in a regular, common, or uncommon, and I'm not really sure. Might have to look that up. Number 5 is going to be Chopper at the same price, about $101. And then we have Brooke, a gorgeous Brooke card at $91. And then scraping the bottom of the barrel maybe a little bit is his Uruge card at $22. So we do have 10 packs here, 10 chances to get hopefully at least one of those chase cards. Maybe not though. So I saw somebody comment on the same seller that they opened up something like 120 of these packs and only got one alt art, and it was the Chopper one. So I don't know. Unfortunately, these do come in white packs. I did try shining a flashlight through them just to see if it was possible for me to tell what's what on the inside, and I couldn't. But, that's not saying there's no way to do it, or maybe you can weigh them. I'm not sure. But, doesn't matter because we're going to open all these anyway. Hopefully we can complete our set of the 7 normal versions and then maybe get a chase as well. Let me go ahead and open up these with scissors real fast. All right, and there we go. Let's go ahead and start going one by one and see what we get. There are 2 cards each. You're going to get a Hollow Dawn. And, of course, the hit in the back. That is the regular Perona. All the regular cards look to be under $10. So if you really don't want to go fishing for any of the alt arts, you just want to collect the 7 normal cards, I'm sure you can find a complete set on eBay for not that much. Got another holo, and there's the Black Maria that I mentioned that's in the English Illustration Box Volume 2. Nami. So this is the #1 card. Of course, it is the regular version, not the alt art, but that alt art is pushing 260 on TCG Republic. Really cool looking card. It's got her on the deck with Luffy and Zoro kind of just chilling out in what seems to be good weather. Perona again. Now, I'm sure English will get the rest of these cards in if they haven't already. They'll just be kind of put in different product and available to us somehow, I'm sure. I don't know if there's going to be really any Japanese exclusives in here, but maybe. There's the Urouge. Kind of a creepy card with a weird POV, but not bad, I guess. Let's see here. What do we got? There's the Brook. It's black and white, which perfect for his bones and the afro. And it looks good. He's pissed, and I think he's about to finish off a move he's already done. Just has to slide his sword back in until everybody feels the chill. Black Maria again. A dupe here and there is not bad, especially if it's one of the lovely ladies. And there is Nico Olvia, Nico Robin's mom. Don't see her very often, even in the manga and anime. I mean, for good reason. But she was one of the scholars that got wiped out by the Buster Call when O'Hara went down. Or at least as far as I know, she's gone. But you know how that goes in One Piece. Not everybody who appears to die is dead. You see him pop up back up a little more often than you might expect. But then again, there are some that are definitely dead, so can't say that happens to all the characters. So another Brook, looking cool. No pun intended there. And last one. We still haven't seen Chopper. So there he is. Awesome. Just summoned him. That's really cool. Let's see. Got the Chopper, the Brook, Olvia, Black Maria, Urouge, Perona, Nami. And yeah, that's 7. That completes our set for the regulars. We didn't get any of the alt arts without the borders, but at least the collection for the regulars is complete. And I have all the arts, so I'm happy with that. Would have been a lot happier if we got that borderless Nami or the Black Maria. Just because we do like cards with value on them as well. So now this released on Friday here in English, Royal Blood, the 10th set, or 10th regular set, I should say, mainstream set, mainline set, whatever you want to call it. Now in this set, the manga is going to be Law, and that's running about $527 in English right now. Take these prices with a grain of salt because, again, it just released, and it takes a good 2-3 weeks for prices to kind of fall where they're going to be for a little while, kind of settle down after the release hype. So take these with a grain of salt. Okay, so Law manga at $527. There are several SP cards in here, of course. The biggest one being Uso Hachi at $152. Edward Newgate at $140. Flampe at $119. Then the next biggest card is actually not an SP. It's the biggest alt art from the set. It's Shanks's Divine Departure, which, I mean, look at that card. That is gorgeous, isn't it? That is a beautiful card. Then we go back to the SPs again with Sanji at 72. And then we slip into the alternate art leaders, starting with Smoker at 61. We actually pulled this in Japanese when we did a full case break of Japanese OP-10 here on the channel. So if this one booster box isn't whetting your appetite enough, you're still hungry for more, please go check out that OP-10 case break. We did pull a lot of good cards out of there, including an Alt Art Secret Rare as well. After Smoker comes Alt Leader Pudding at about $60. Then we have other Alt Leaders in the set: Kid, Urouge, Usopp, Law, Sugar, and Caesar Clown. There's also a Treasure Rare in English for this set with Ace. Then the two secret rares in the set are going to be Gear 4 Luffy with his the Bounce Man form, not Snake Man. Snake Man's in OP-11. But we have Gear 4 Luffy with Bounce Man, and then Law. And both of those, of course, have a gorgeous alt art version as well. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this booster box. Going to take out all the packs, cut off the tops, get them ready to open and go through the cards. So let me go ahead and at least get the shrink wrap off here, pop the top, and gorgeous. We'll go ahead and save you some time, and I'm going to fast forward through prepping all the packs. All right, that's most of them open right there. I just wanted to leave one so you could see the pack art. Same as the box art, but love that purple. Got gold highlights there in the back, and goes really well with the black shiny form of Gear 4 Luffy. Love that he's still wearing like the Hawaiian print shirt. And this is the last pack that's on the right side. I did keep left on left, right on right. However, they are in reverse order, since I took them out and restacked them as I was cutting them. So it's basically the bottom of the box and tops down here. So let's go ahead and get in here. We'll kind of slow roll it a little bit, look at the art as we go along, since we haven't seen this set in English on the channel. There's Perona, Heat and Wire. We have Brooke, after Giolda's, I guess, abstract art Devil Fruit Power worked on him. Going to get to see a lot of others that are like that here as well. And this set also does have a lot of stuff from not only Dressrosa, but Punk Hazard, where there's some body swap action going on. And as you can tell with the little, they had to label themselves to remember who's who. But this is actually Nami in Frankie's body. Moosey. Gotta love some Moosey. Love the name. There's a 10-layer Igloo. Little snow-powered Devil Fruit. With the Harpy. Usopp. Scratch Minapu, Double Fist in his Saki, Jory Bonnie, always working on some pizza. She is a growing girl. If you know, you know. There is Cub, one of the Tontatas warriors. Radio Knife, one of Law's cool moves. Looks like he's digging in the treble there with it. And in the first pack, we just get a couple hollows, ending up with Cavendish. The smarmy thirst trap everybody loves to hate. Well, except for the ladies, of course, I guess. All right, Clone Soldier. Urouge with the tiniest of heads. You don't want to see him coming into your buffet restaurant. There's Bartolomeo gushing over some straw hats. Sai, Little Black Bears, Roanoa Zorro. That's of course from the video game Odyssey. You can tell just by the cube power effect. Dragon number 13, which was was a really funny sequence. Yeah, especially when we found out they had a body part attached to him there from one of the Wano characters. But we got Captain Foxy coming in strong. Gum Gum Dragonfire Pistol Twister Star. I'm surprised I said that correctly. And Odyssey, what is with these move names? Come on. Caesar Clown. He's a gas. Shiryu Hollow. And there we go with the first secret rare out of the box, or out of the set period for us on the channel, with Trafalgar Law. Now this is his regular secret rare. There is an alt art that I freaking love. It's just a gorgeous card. And like I said, the other secret rare that we might run into, hopefully not in this box, don't want two secret rares in one box, one's enough, is the Gear 4 Luffy Bounce Man. So that is our first hit out of the box. There's going to be 2 guaranteed hits in an English box, with, of course, the chance for an extra spicy box to have a 3rd hit. All right, we've seen Urouge. There's Rock, one of the Yeti twins. Diamante. Heat and Wire again. Let's Meet Again in the New World. More Zorro Odyssey action. There's the other Yeti twins, Scotch. Hack. Fishman Karate Master. Baby 5. Who wants you to need her? She will do anything to help. It's a cute pose. Caesar Soldier, or, you know, gas fodder, whatever you want to call him. Sabo Hollow, powering up that Fire Fist for the first time. And our first super rare of the box, Don Quixote do Flamingo. Looking as evil as ever, whipping his strings about. Looks like he's got the bird cage starting up. Isho, who has gravity powers, and seems to be one of the nicer admirals in the Navy. Not all Navy people are bad, and not all pirates are bad. We've got a little bit of good and evil on both sides. So, Emporio Ivankov, Blue Gilly, kind of reminded me of a fighting game character. One you might see in like Virtua Fighter, actually, is kind of what he reminded me of. But here's another one of the Tontatas, Bien. B&B. Oh, wait, no. Bed and breakfast. I guess it's more like maybe wasp-like than B. I don't know. Maybe B. Gum Gum Rhino Schneider. See, the manga and anime moves, just their move names are just cooler. Rhino Schneider. Moosey. Cavendish. Forgive me for that. Nami. Couldn't help myself. This is Nami under Gielda's abstract art power, with her climate tact acting up. X-Drake. Pika. Zoro's got something to tell you later on, just letting you know. There's the lovely Violet hugging on Sanji's arm. That is Sanji, even though he has that fake beard on. Gotta say, Violet's one of the more gorgeous characters in the One Piece anime. She's up there for sure. And there's Kyros, Dad of the Millennium, first off. And our second super rare coming out. Oh, and I guess I should be at least sleeving these, right? Let me get these in the sleeves real fast. Sorry about that. Don't know what I was thinking. I will sleeve up all the holos, all the foil cards afterward, but super rares and above get immediate care. Or usually. I guess it was a little delayed this time, but that's on me. All right, let's keep going. Hopefully you're enjoying all this new art. Haruden is one of the giants. Perona and Kumasi. Frankie acting all super. Bellamy being creepy as ever. Barrier Pistol. More Zoro Odyssey action. We've seen this Usopp. There's Giola with her abstract art powers. Having a little too much fun. Hack again. Special long-range attack Bagworm. Okay, not all manga or anime moves are that cool sounding. No, it's Usopp, whatever. And there's a Sugar Hollow. Do not take any candy from her. It's a trap. And there is Basil Hawkins. Or those were grapes, weren't they? That's right. She was munching on some grapes or something all the time. All right, Emporio Ivankov again. And as we start to see less and less new cards, I'll go ahead and speed it up. But anytime we do open a new set on the channel, we definitely want to kind of slow roll it and enjoy the art as we go. Because, you know, don't want to rush these gorgeous cards on by. Now that is, I believe, Sanji and Nami's body. Saving, well, part of Kinemon from that dragon we saw earlier. Usopp. Fighting Fish. Look at that forehead, man. Rhino Schneider again. Edward Newgate, Whitebeard, always looking intimidating. Here's Ryuma, legendary warrior, samurai, and previous owner of one of Zoro's swords, at least for a while there. Kozuki Momo. Yeah, I always say the name wrong. Momonosuke. But just everybody calls him Momo. And that is his pink dragon form. There's no longer any need for the 7 warlords of the sea. I'm sure that was news to them. NL Hollow. And another super rare coming out with Tashigi. And yes, that is Tashigi. In Smoker's body. I said we see a lot of body swap cards in this set. In fact, that alt leader you saw earlier with Smoker and Tashigi's body, I'm sure you remember it. It's kind of hard to miss. Also, another body swap card. So, just like this one. We already saw this one, though. Nami and Frankie's body. There's Bellamy. Perona. It's a different one than earlier. Without Kumasi. She's looking like she's getting serious. Nico Robin. With some flower fingers. The weak do not have the right to choose how they die. Oof. There's Sai. The battle at the Colosseum had a lot of great fighters in it. Really awesome to watch. That was one of the... There's a lot of great long fight scenes or battles in the... Yeah, that Colosseum tournament was awesome. Roronoa Zoro, I think it was the best one that came right after the Paramount War, right? Cub, Gum Gum Dragonfire Pistol Twister Star. There's Smiley, Extra Gooey as a holo, and behind him is just a holo move card with Damned Punk from Captain Kidd. All right, Brook again, Rouge, Blue Gilly, 10-layer Igloo. We saw that one as well. Oh, there's a new one for us, Brook. Chilling out on stage. Well, he's in front of the Thousand Sunny, but Saint Homing. That's is that? Can't remember if that's one of the doctors from Law's backstory. I'm not sure. Fighting Fish, Room, Princess Mansherry, Kinemon. Part of them anyway, lower half. Sanji. That's a regular holo. And there is our second hit of the box with Smoker alternate art. Tashigi looking tough and chomping on that big cigar with Smoker's Sea Prism weapon. It's actually Smoker in her body, of course. And that is a gorgeous card with the winter scene behind her, him, whichever you want to say in this situation, with the snow swirling. That is a very commanding piece of art. I like that. So the dent was on the right side of the box, so I kind of got my wish. We got the 2 box hits from the left side, but we have all these packs to go. I'm thinking there's a pretty good chance maybe that we're going to get a extra spicy box with that third hit in it, but maybe not. Maybe the box is tapped at this point. Who knows? So let's go ahead and start going a little faster through the rest of these here. We'll kind of stop on new cards like this one here with Buffalo. So already saw Isho, Barrier Pistol, Sengoku. Honestly, looking a bit tired, but with his awesome pet goat that just eats all his paperwork. Oh my god, and there's the Freaky Frankie card. The one I've been dreading. This card freaks me out. That expression does not belong on Chopper's face. Completely hentai in an otherwise just, I don't know. Chopper's too good to be treated like this. It's so weird. Oh my god. Ugh. I shiver every time I see that. Alright, got Whitebeard again. There's Killer coming through. It's Captain Kidd second. Foxy again. Cub. Hollow. Capone Gang Beige. No doubt eating in a restaurant his family owns. And Senor Pink. Now this is how he looked in his backstory. If you've seen other cards of him, you've seen him in his baby outfit, which is again super weird, but this is a man right here. This if one of the best backstories I've seen. Man, just if you know, you know. But man, look at that. He looks kind of like Stephen Colbert at his sexiest moment in his life. Cooler, 10 times cooler though. That's crazy. Yeah, his backstory was absolutely nuts. And am I seeing something back? I don't know. I don't know. I think that's maybe a regular leader. We'll see. Punk Hazard. We've seen that Perona. Diamante again. Robin. Moosey. Sorry again. I can't help it. It's so fun. Scotch. Let's meet again in the new world. Jesus Burgess. Thinking he's Jesus, I guess. Dude's got an ego as big as his chest. There's Man Sherry Yep, regular leader Usopp, black and blue. Which for Usopp's pretty fitting, I'm going to say. I did not intend that at first, but it fit. There's Hollow Violet and Smiley again. All right, there's Brownbeard coming out. Got fooled by Caesar Clown, but ended up being a pretty good guy. Ivankov, Blue Gilly, Inazuma, the Shear Master. Definitely a class cut up. Bien, Cavendish, Gum Gum Rhino Schneider again, Sengoku, contemplating retirement. Don't know if that world has a Florida in it, but you know. Pika, Momo, Damned Punk Hollow, and there's a new one for us, Marco Phoenix, and I just love the Phoenix Flame color. Really cool. Last pack on the left side. Now, we aren't going to go super heavy into OP-10 on the channel. First off, again, I'm not doing as many videos as I figure out the whole the work situation. But the other reason is that OP-11 is going to be coming up along with EBO2 for English as well. Well, there's a new one for us, Treble. Always gross to look at. Yeah, he's definitely gross and bad. But also because, you know, OP-10's got some good cards in it and stuff, but if you have to choose which sets that you're going to collect or go into, there's Tony Chopper with Giola's Abstract Art Power Effect in them. I would, if you don't have enough money right now and you just want to buy 1 or 2 boxes or some product, stick with the odd numbered sets, because OP-09 does have the first gold manga ever with Goldie Roger. It's a very high reward. I think somewhere around $1,600, $2,000, somewhere in there. It's one of the biggest cards that you can pull from a normal set in One Piece. And then, of course, OP-11 will be out fairly soon. Gum Gum UFO. Hollow Basil Hawkins, and Hollow Tony Chopper in Sanji's body. And then you have OP-11, which, if you hadn't seen that video on the channel, please do so. We opened up some Japanese, and I literally pulled the biggest card of my life, which is, I guess, the one I'm about to tell you about. There's, in OP-11 through 13, there are 2 anniversary cards, a gold and silver version of Gear 5 Luffy. And we pulled the gold version of it on our channel. Normally the odd sets just have, I don't know, extra and better hits. Those are going to be through OP-11, 12, and 13, so even 12 is going to have them. However, 13 is going to be the 3rd anniversary set, starring the 3 brothers, Luffy, Ace, and Sabo. And I'm sure there's going to be some crazy cards in it as well, aside from just the gold and silver, so we'll see. There's our first look at Romanor Zoro's regular card. Pretty awesome battle stance. Leo Hollow. And a super rare Captain Kidd. And sorry if you're hearing one of my neighbor's dogs. I guess they just got let out pretty early in the morning here. Going to be heading into work after this recording. All right, Bellamy, Brownbeard, Diamante, Sengoku, Barrier Berry Pistol, Whitebeard, Usopp. We've seen all these. There's a new one coming out with Mocha, one of the mini giantess kids that Caesar was experimenting on. Killer, Bagworm, Hollow NL, And a super rare Kuzan. First time we're seeing him come out. Also looking pretty chill. Sorry for the pun. That was intended that time, though. And I'm thinking I just saw a regular leader pack here, so let's just go through this fast. Let's see, Nami, Buffalo, Kinemon, Inazuma, Igloo being all ones we've seen before. Well, there's a new one. Momo under Giola's power. And regular leader Sugar. Red and purple. Yeah, she's eating those berries or grapes or whatever they are. I do not forgive those who laugh at my family. Hollow. And that's actually pretty funny considering what he did to his family. So, Basil Hawkins. Still no third hit yet, but we still got plenty of chances. Never know until the last pack's empty. So, there's Bartolomeo. We already saw him. Brooke. Phone Soldier. Little Black Bears. Fighting Fish. There's a new one for us. Nami from the Odyssey game. And artists, come on. Those cubes are just popping right out of her chest. All right. Already saw this before, but I love saying it. Room. Let me know if I come close to sounding like Law on that one. I think I got it down pretty good. At least the one word. There's Usopp's regular leader, black and blue. Tony Chopper Hollow. And Lim Hollow from the Odyssey game. Always with her jug. All right, Brownbeard, Perona. There's a new one, San Juan Wolf. One of the prisoners from Impelled Down, I think. Treble. Already saw him. St. Homing, Chopper. There's Smoker's regular leader. Kind of a weird art style on this one. And, of course, Smoker just does not care. And unfortunately, Tashigi is just like, what the heck? But she can't say anything, of course. Smoker's her superior. Follow me, and I will guide you. And Dracula Mihawk Hollow. And here is our first look at the alt art Dawn of the set. We're going to get 2 of these in the box as well. A very kind of a minor hit, even lesser than the usually goes for less value than even the super rares. All right, Kinemon being saved by Sanji and Nami's body. Inazuma. Fighting Fish. St. Homing. Killer. Hey, there's a new one. Koala. Sabo's partner in, I guess not crime, but war. Liberation. On the Blackbeard. And Marco Hollow. Again with those gorgeous Phoenix Fire colors. Looks like we got 6 packs left. Isho, Nami, Wolf, Sai, Cavendish, Sengoku. There's a new one. God Thread. Regular leader Trafalgar Law, for being for green and yellow, has somebody's heart trapped up and in control of them. And, I mean, he had a few hearts in there, but that might be Smokers. It's Cavendish Hollow. Frankie Hollow, hanging out with the Tontata army. And there is our second and last alt art Dawn with Dofi. That is a cool art and pose for a Dawn card, though. I like it. Definitely shows his evil expression. Joker. All right. Let's see if there's anything new here. Already saw her. Leo Hollow. And Super Rare Smoker. Never seen Tashigi look more confident. For good reason. Alright, 4 packs left. Hope you've been able to find OP-10 out there in the wild. I'm still looking for some sleeved packs from somewhere, but I'm sure I'll find them. Momo, there's another regular leader popping out with Caesar Clown. There's the regular hollow version of Shanks' Divine Departure. And hollow Shiryu. Busted out of Impelled Down and part of Blackbeard's crew now. And wasn't he the former warden of Impelled Down at one point? I want to say. Corona, Gilly. Moosey! I'll try not to do that anymore, I swear. I lie. Caribou. Jesus Burgess, Nami, Hollow Zoro. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy. And there's a super rare Sanji in Nami's body. Beautiful card, but kind of disturbing seeing her chomping on a cigarette. But it looks cool out there in the snowstorm. Get that sleeved up. And 2 more chances left to be an extra spicy box, but I don't know at this point. It may be tapped completely. Can we get an extra hit? Nope. Not in this pack anyway. Regular leader, Eustace Captain Kidd. Yellow leader. Oh, there's a new hollow for us with Luffy. And another new hollow for us with Virgo. An expert with armament hockey. I think the only one we've seen with like the full iron body ability. Aside from, I guess, Gear 4 Luffy later, right? Rock. Frankie. Last pack. And it's a regular leader pack, so that is going to be it for the box. Got the Nami, regular leader Sugar, hollow Sugar, and Radio Knife hollow. So, hope you enjoyed seeing the newest English set, OP-10, Royal Blood, as well as those Let's Get Started campaign packs from Japan. At least we completed the full set of those regulars there. No chases, I'm afraid, but that'll do it for this video. And until next time, I'm Liminal Shift.